94.7, 28 minutes after 2. Ekosiisen is live and airborne on a Thursday afternoon, the 17th day of March, 2022. Ma yena mu nyina se ensan ema makwa babio emfa momra Ekosiisen so. If it's a copy, say no nsia ne fa ebebo yatena se e de dwumedie no ebremo adofo no meridio say bonsu from you be a major so ma yemfa seda ema the great production team we have here led by Dominic Kisi Yaboa with support from Nana Chumberema, Jackson Osei Intiamwa, Yawo Eric Opare, popularly and commonly known as DJ Yeyo, and a Queen Star in Japan. Of course, we have that moral support from Amai Hene Kwabena Asante. Yet, not to say, 4 hours, 30 minutes, prime time radio. The multiple award-winning late afternoon political talk show is live and airborne on Asempa FM. So tell a friend to tell another friend to tune in to 94.7 and then on all our social media platforms. And I'll tell you what you need to know. And it is MBO and it's our show is live on over 15 affiliate radio stations. Washe Efa Ekosiisen live, and we appreciate them so much for the partnership. In the affiliate stations, no, so yeah, well, Kesmi Radio. Kesmi Radio was Tamale. Inti mo amunim Tamale no. Kesmi Radio. Frequency near 107.1. In the Udru Tamala, you can listen to us live on Kesmi Radio. Oko Salaga, yeah, well, Can FM. Can FM frequency 85.7. Sunyani Fonsono. Mubetimi etie ewo Storm FM 101.9 or Japekrom Enidaswo FM 101.5. Wenchi ye were 2 radio stations were Wenchi Mofe Ekosiisen live back we Iriase FM 95.7 and a Royal FM 104.7. Oko Obuase ye were PZ Radio 93.1. Muamunim Akomadan, your Cruise FM 96.9, Offenso in the Ashanti region, your Time FM 105.3, Oko Asante Achemagogo, still in the Ashanti region, your Adansia FM 98.9, Jokwa, our Central region, your Bankam Radio 95.1, Koforidia, the Eastern Regional Capital, your Afima Radio 103.3, Sekendi Takrade, that's the Western Regional Capital. Yawa Seda FM 105.9. Oko Bibieni wa Western North. Oko Western North, our regional capital, neye Seshi Yoso. But there are some other big towns in the region. Big towns ne bako any Bibieni. Bibieni a capital for the Bibieni Anyaso Bekwai district. In 3 big towns in the district, normally 2 district, Bibieni Anyaso. Anyaso na the National House of Chiefs President oye oman hene ewo oji ahoho ya ojebi oye oman hene wa Anyaso inti Bibieni Anyaso ena Sehwi Bekwai, the 3 major towns in the Bibieni Anyaso Bekwai district, also in the Western North region. Inti uko Bibieni a Ochiame FM ewo ho 99.7, Ejora back in the Ashanti region. You were near JFM 90.3 and Ejrahwani, you today's radio 101.3. Ebia wono or access to internet. There are some 15 ways ubetma consuming Ekosiisen content, you know, wherever you may be. Enti munshanenso. Se ebia wuntimi entie Asempa FM via radio. And as any of our affiliate radio stations, Oko Facebook Live, Asempa 94.7 FM, like our page and get to watch our live stream. YouTube, and so the same thing here. Your channel on YouTube is Asempa 94.7 FM. Multi-TV box, no, radio channel on Asempa FM. So we HD Plus, decoder and insubia, radio channel, no, Asempa FM. Mr. Ramo say, Oko adomonline.com/radio. Ubetmeti Asempa FM, ewoho. And your adomonline.com app. And on Oko Google Play Store, Huawei App Gallery, and I say App Store. ubetimi a download that app, adomonline.com app, and ubetimi so. Again, you will okay Google. A very, very easy way to listen to your favorite radio program. Ekosiisen Shannon Somaye. Ebi nso our schedules into why you busy. Untumi ntie show yi in real time. But upon adwuma na ukudru fie na wo internet nko ade a, there is always the opportunity for you to download our podcast. And here me pa podcast downloads ni here. Said the be ya ubetimi a download the show no. Now we keep your copies. In the anytime you can go back and listen. In the no oko adomonline.com/podcast. Ubetimi nya Ekosiisen every day. Dia no the podcast is there. Ubetimi download it. Na wetie. Adomonline.com your mobile app no. You can always go back anytime and get to listen to the show. On Spotify, ubetimi etie Barcelona Football Club in Spain, or more major sponsor now is Spotify. I'm told say even the Camp Nou, almost stadium will be renamed. In the ABS a Spotify Camp Nou, as a Spotify Nou Camp, one of them. Into on Spotify, so ubetimi etie Ekosiisen live. That's after the show. You can always go back and listen. Apple Podcast. You just have to type Multimedia Ghana and search Asempa FM and further search for Ekosiisen, and then you get to listen. Apple Podcast. Sounds like Google Podcast, the same thing. Ubetma download it. Oko your YouTube channel, Honswa DBR, the show is there. Asempa 94.7 FM. On TuneIn and so search for Multimedia Group and further search for Ekosiisen, and that's Asempa FM, and you get to listen. We've done everything possible to make sure that you get the opportunity of listening to us. But is it true, sir, a day after the High Court in Tema ruled, sir, were granted Oliver Barker-Vormawor bail? He is still in police custody. Is it true? And what's the reason? Because NRIT from your reporters say, according to Fix the Country Movement statement on the buy, Omono can say Oliver meet all the bail conditions. No clear womb anything. What about the narrative say as at NRA, na crime officer na OD or handle case was nowhere to be found. And the guy had to be kept in police custody. There was this other narrative, and so say, police are preparing to rearrest him on different charges. And also one seminar saying that isi ete. And you will get into that conversation some more. And Chibia. Yeah, Unim said the most trending topic now in our country is fuel prices. In the end, Uko Facebook, I'm for share shorter or take say that ebi obi dey goil, obi dey shell, obi dey total, depending on price variations. No, now man for take it short. Now or much, and that's what really is trending. And but any person you see nkonya na sa fuel price in komoyi, you didn't once and for all because I think it's necessary. Because fuel bo kosra affected bibia from transport fares to the price of goods and even services. It affected BB, and we need to have a conversation around that. And our conversation is simple. Sir, is there any hope for the ordinary Ghanaian? Say, Ebia, a buying besoy and a saying kakra, and as I buy EBE taxes in be free. So, what really is in government's plan for the ordinary Ghanaian? And the Deputy Energy Minister, MP for Sekendi constituency, Andrew Ejapamesa Etnase, Sanso and a ranking member, Mines and Energy Committee, John Jenapo, in Penifomio and anyone who aid in common at 4 p.m. Pepepe, we'll begin that conversation and we'll delve a bit more into the issues. Monshan and Somayen. May kwa humanu see here na yene a leading member of Fix the Country Movement, Felicity Nelson Edin Komo. Felicity akwa ba Ekosiisen Suni.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Yes, now upon to saying as we speak, no, mo Convener, Oliver, our hints is here.
He's just been released.
Oh, he's just been released?
Yeah, like, maybe 2 minutes ago.
Oh, 2 minutes ago, yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't know police for keeping a sense and ra.
But maybe this will be police for the moment end because, and yeah, They could do some police force, they could do police station over say 11. If you move your authorities or you provide authorities, your lawyers be over one. Have a crime officer now, as almost one has not come back to the registrar to confirm that this is the document we got then. He wasn't available. No, you need maybe our fact. About now about best of 5. It's why when you say court, I'm on terrain. Because of that, it was basically impossible to go to court. But you told the media, say, oh, this is what the police are doing. Now, say, and it's about 5 now court up home. They have to force themselves to call the registrar, come back from the field, not because they were just trying to save face. Because someone delayed taxes, but I don't know many because not OBI when you're more yellow. In the end, they got the registrar to come back at better 5:30, 6 o'clock. They know very documents no can't hold. This a net the documents for these are the documents for
or they got court
for them to do the necessary justification.
Okay.
I think that will be movie.
Inti Enra no Mukodru police station or by 11 no. The crime officer was nowhere to be found. And I was about 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Wow. Now Oba I know say okohin onya aware say omodi Oliver Babakana.
He threw her around 11. He was around. If he knew they were around, he knew your lawyers were around that. Yeah, providing the documents in your man to the commander. No. Then one said, "Oh, one now he wasn't around." The commander now he's not around, but saying oh, he might be on another assignment. So like no, said that in me or Koha, or you say, and it just felt like it was a very deliberate action on who safety.
In this is the bail conditions need the Oliver lawyers ni meeting ni na.
Yes.
By 1 p.m. and run on meeting BBA.
They provided everything they needed to provide.
The passport is still in the custody of the police.
Of course. Because right now, one of the conditions is that you have to report to the police station at least
once every week.
If there will be a definitely, you can't leave the country. Okay, if you have to report to the police station once a week, then you have to be here. So there's no need in both for him to have his passport. Because he has to be here, and the trial is yet to start. Into definitely it's all what happened for the trial.
And what it means, they say, as long as the trial, goes on in court, no, and your dear will be to me to free Ghana.
No, it's to PhD, you're working with it. Just or the phone time for now.
Or defer kakra on.
Yeah, because of what is on. But if you remember, for last year, no, because he wanted he went to Cambridge himself. I thought they said no, yeah. Since the country no full time.
Okay.
And the university said no because Ghana is not safe. That's actually what the university responded by saying. Since I don't think for him maybe I don't think it's that bothered say he has to defer and to be here to be able to do it since the country activism, even if it's due to the bill or whatever. He's very okay with that.
The University of Cambridge told him say Ghana wasn't safe for him to do.
Yeah, for the activism, no, yeah. That's what there's a letter. He has to put it on his page online at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the university gave any reasons for that?
They said that like for activism is not safe. That's what they said. So they wouldn't be accepting his AE to defend.
In the end, omuye bibi omuyi no enne how is it like? I mean, the countenance to say, is he in high spirits or to say is he?
Oh, he's always been in high spirits, to be honest. Like, the countenance not hasn't changed from a week ago, from 2 weeks ago. Apart from that, like, I thought, when his spirits were high, just that he wasn't feeling well, not fearful. But in terms of, like, the countenance, nothing has really changed. Because, of course, you have to remember, say, until the charges are dropped, you can't be overly excited, because it's just this is being released on bail, It's just younger said you've won the battle, but you haven't won the war.
Yeah. Because I feel at the main trial,
Exactly.
Yeah, but is he confident he'll go through this trial without any issues? I'll be back safely. Is he that confident?
Well, I guess right now, no. Well, I'm not going to say confidence about anything because life trust our faith institutions, absolutely not. But we're going to still go through the process. We've always adhere to all legal processes. From the minute we started to the country, say, police for went and got an injunction. We've always followed legal processes, so we're going to continue to do that.
Some have said, sir, and maybe he will be the right person to answer this question. Maybe I can say, because you are close to him, no? Maybe I can say, but for the insistence on getting certain things done, no, and this whole custody I'll call for this long, and Emma Nessa, why do you think he insisted on certain things? Say, say I would be here. Say, I would love to be here, and all of that. What was motivating him?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I would love to be here.
No, the point is, sir, because for example, in open court, he said, sir, we have not come here for bail. We think, sir, processes are prosecution, and if they don't do something about those processes, bail, we are not interested for now. To the extent, sir, the lawyers echo Supreme Court to challenge the processes when they could have gone to the High Court to get. That's the import of the question.
It's not just about Oliver, because if you have these kind of inefficiencies within the criminal justice system now, it affects the average person even more than him. Because he has access to lawyers who can go to the Supreme Court, who can go to the High Court. Now, how much more Ghana said you be on BD in some now they take him back on to the district court. Almost, even though that court only has the power to remand, but not the power to bail them. So these are the kind of things in place that we want them to be uprooted, because it's not Oliver the end Thursday and not working out for High Court. But it's about exposing the inefficiencies and the injustices within the system. We need that to change. So for him, he's just using himself as a scapegoat to highlight the issues. Because you kind of people who have been on remand for 15 years, 10 years, 5 years, but we don't scrutinize the reasons. What is it about our criminal justice system which allows people to be on remand for 10 years without being actually brought before a court and being actually tried for a crime? How can we live in a country where this happens so commonly? And that is, and now, we're having these conversations. I bring it to the forefront. We need serious reforms in a criminal justice system which respects Ghana for human rights and human liberty. Not saying, you don't call how you do, you say, now police, sometimes police work can even lose their docket. And there's no accountability. Police need to lose two-way dockets, and we have to hold them accountable. There's nothing like that. So many people get left behind in our cells and our prisons simply because we don't have the right systems in place. So he was using himself to highlight that issue. And I think as Ghana, we all have to be interested, because you don't know that. So we and I find it every time. You think, I'll do everything right. There are people who are in cells for 10 years and they didn't do anything wrong. But because the police force have not done the things, the state prosecution has not treated them properly, gone through the right processes, they are still on remand. Any of us can be affected by this. So we all need to be interested.
My final question, Felicity, will be, sir, with the actual lead convener, Oliver, for more as leading members of Fix the Country, a sense of awareness be on you, and I say, hey, see, as I may can be me true be I have to see say a responsible enough, and I say baby say put some pressure be on more now.
Oh no, maybe not at all, because that would be to assume that what Oliver saw and it was irresponsible in the first place, which I don't agree that it is.
Oh, you don't agree it was irresponsible?
No, I don't.
Okay.
So I don't. So but in terms of the only thing I would say instead, it just makes it real. Once I activism works, now you speak up against government. It's not just something that's peculiar to this particular MPP government, even NDC government. I don't want. They start targeting activists. They do that. And, it just makes it real. So once people like to show who you once the government because they have the full state power at their disposal. So a lot of the time they can get away with it. It just makes it more real. But for us, for media, I don't think it makes me think I have to be more responsible. I'm always responsible anyway.
And we also and they or motivation in any way.
Oh, not at all. And no kind of nothing because it means that it's getting to the right quarters. People are paying attention. We have to keep going. Unabated.
Felicity, me and Nase, you best sign ready in Comobio. Why? Felicity Nelson, a leading member of Fix the Country movement and Motain and Kano. The news is that Oliver Barker-Vormawor is out of police custody just about 5-10 minutes ago. Yeah, and a police for a release, after we are told so we're meeting the bail conditions. In fact, he met all of those enra, but because of some neoma binti, omo intimi any and omo eyi Oliver. And if you are joining us for the first time, that's the news we have for you this afternoon. Ekosiisen Breaking, some messages, and then would make progress at the Aba show no eso. Mamemfa we in Tremway say, Obi, please check because the police has released a statement why Oliver was not granted bail yesterday. And there is a statement, NA 17th, right, in the NRA, a statement from the police. Almost the police await completion of Vormawor's bail processes by the court. The Ghana Police Service would like to inform the public that the Tema High Court, presided over by Justice Daniel Mensah, today, 16th March 2022, granted accused Oliver Barker-Vormawor bail in the sum of 2 million Ghana cedis with 2 sureties. As part of the bail conditions, the court ordered that one of the sureties should deposit his or her document covering the landed property within the jurisdiction of the court. Pursuant to the orders of the court, the police took the accused person to the court to execute the bail. At the court, the registrar informed the police that he had submitted the document presented by the sureties to the Lands Commission for verification, and he was therefore unable to proceed with the execution of the bail until a response was received from the Lands Commission. Consequently, the accused person was taken back into custody to await the completion of the bail processes by the High Court Registrar. We wish to point out that the accused person was granted court bail, and therefore the execution of the bail is dependent on the court and not the police. The accused person will therefore be released when the court is satisfied that the bail conditions have been duly met. We therefore urge individuals who are unfamiliar with these legal processes to take note and be circumspect with their comments on these matters. Signed, Superintendent Alexander Kweku Obeng, Director, Public Affairs, Ghana Police Service. Indeed, that's the statement issued by the police, and true to almost statement, we end after meeting the conditions, as the statement communicates, he's been granted bail. Let me thank Godfred Adoa, our Bronx, for sharing those details with us. Where's Obi? The police release has rubbished and shamed all the opposition members trying to link the NPP government to that brouhaha surrounding this Oliver's bail. Obi, it's only in Ghana opposition is deemed as hell and trying. And the imposition means to come to power. Okay, Kweju Edupako, Achime Suomo message, very clear. We said, good afternoon, Obi. I'm watching you live from the capital city together with Mr. Nkrumah, Mensah, Selassie, and Kabila. Hope the program will be exciting like always. Alfred Kojo Traders. Alfred, thank you. A happy birthday wish to my elder cousin and CEO of New Okaf Industries Limited, Mr. Nanayaw Ejei Frempong, we free Charles Bar Abuaje, popularly known as Moski, Ewo Dunkwao on a thing. That's Solar FM in Dunkwao on a thing. Going out to you, Mr. Nanayaw Ejei Frempong, CEO New Okaf Industries Limited. Happy birthday. Okay. We also say happy birthday to Amanda, Nora, and Tracy Ayendua. All of Two Business, Two Eburi girls continue to be great. This is from Sir Bismarck and Onodiwe Abraham. Let me get onto the phone lines and speak to Duncan Amoa. Duncan Amoa, yeah, Executive Director Emma Kopek. Mua munim no Kopek here, Chamber of Petroleum Consumers. Ghana. Duncan Amoa, and the executive director. Duncan Akwaba, Ekosiisen Suni.
Obi. Say, Eda already be you know, for who knew your mind hene. Ono the oye shareholder wa.
Oye shareholder, oh. But say Bibi Aboko.
Obi, boko, no so.
Nyame adom Bibi Aboko. Earlier in the week, no more predicted say by the end of this week, no, likely say a liter of was it diesel or super?
Yeah, petrol ni. Diesel particularly.
Yes, ebe hit 10 Ghana cities. Enra, I think we saw that. Minim say NA super and so do 10 na.
The wofa total na super no around 91 regular no. No yeah, the 9 CD 70. And the premium one no 95 no 10 CD 58. 20 super maybe 10 CD. Oko cash oil. Nick Petroleum, you are looking at 10 CD 80, 10 CD 80 for petrol, any diesel. But go bonds also abba. Now,
girl, the NA saying
9 CD, and it's a 99 for diesel, and a petrol, no, 9 CD 60.
Oh, okay. Because Enra. Total there now what they send me Enra no not diesel 1080 and na super Excellium no 970 and super 95 Excellium and no 1052.
Good.
But and then assessor.
That be total bono and our bono.
Okay.
And shell bo and so and we 9.7 and for petrol and a diesel 9 CD 99. It's no 10 cities no. Basically. But go 10 peso below shell for petrol because only 9 CD 60 pesos and 9 CD 90 for diesel.
It is how fluctuations when I hear no affect LPG so an LPG the highest stable kakra.
Obi, won't come away the LPG so affected and also so amanimoso by 6%.
Wow.
Now LPG, my main and fakakra home. Offer letter MPA SND to LPG companies 8th of March. If I show me no customer for where they are. Now LPG Ghana gas processor atwabo de akogu quantum terminal water crade. It looks like say yenya more gas. And the NPA was insisting say ye making sure say importation no ye be hold it. Na omo be fadodo no e be free quantum terminal. And to be what it meant and it's LPG in general, if we don't even import, I'm sure that the Atuabo gas processor no should be able to give us gas. The only challenge and it's a pressure no was okay last year you did
yeah.
But MSO reduce the pressure no Atuabo gas no. We shouldn't import LPG anymore because there's enough. Let me know from MPA insisting that for a 2-week period, or evacuated gas, Dodona and free the gas processor, no product, now yes, the plant to be forced to shut down. So there's enough gas. You wonder why you mean localize it, LPG supply, no? Now you pay a certain price a very pocket friendly. Na sebe petrol cost na gas so a cost. Meanwhile, LPG there nanka o no you bet me a bit free kakra a supply and carbon beba from.
Yeah,
But
but so
unfortunately,
say localize the gas supplier. What does that mean? Because I mean him say for Ghana gas and what the plant does, no? Plants the MIA be 4 different products, but any LPG. And no, there is a subcontractor or distribution, which is a Ghanaian company for all I know, and they localize gas supply. And what part you're saying?
you become a no saying.
Mm-hmm.
Later, I mean that it is almost with you.
Okay.
So, unya home to even go through what it says for the benefit of your listeners. And it's there's some good amount of gas which me I evacuate from the local processor through quantum terminal. Why do we import then? If the quantities of volumes are 400 metric tons of gas daily, it's something that can sustain the local market. Probably we should stop the importation immediately. So that gas prices, before I started oil in commercial production,
Yes.
started near flare, near Tugu, the atmosphere,
That's true. That's true.
So it is a resource at your as a country. Me jidi policy makers are going to call kakra. Now, whatever contractual or business obligations exist between Ghana Gas and Quantum or Sage, they could look at a certain business model based on numbers. Because for Ghanaians, it means that the volumes that you evacuate daily, can we look at the price? LPG bono. And also Russia, Ukraine in some because we have the gas here. The notice now, coming from NPA.
Yeah, because I'm a kind way now, and I get your point, sir. Because your war LPG need be available, at least from what Ghana Gas is giving us, we will not need to import product which would push the price up. That's the whole argument, right?
Obi, you sum it up perfectly.
Okay.
Your resource no locally. If it means we should even look at whatever business numbers exist between Ghana Gas and the Quantum, we should look at it and ensure that we can give gas a little cheaper to our people here.
But the other thing is, I was privy to some information about how much Ghana Gas is paying the local suppliers in the value chain. In Jomoa, Efa, Ubo, Quantum, Ubo, Sage. I don't know which one is the main supplier from Ghana Gas, but the amount Ghana Gas pays that company a month, it's quite outrageous. Meaning, so what was our information now? Do you?
Obi, if we would need to negotiate or sit, the end game, should be that we want to make gas available and cheaper to our people because a resource Ghana Gas processor, we own it now. Quantum, which is the off-taker, is a business concern. If there are negotiations that ought to be done to ensure that Benya gas, I'm sure these are things we can localize. Whatever happens in Europe or whatever doesn't happen in Europe, whatever happens in America, the gas is here. We don't need to depend on international prices. Petrol, Cosro, diesel, Cosra, gas, so Yatumo. So, a minute, be kind.
Yeah, I'm going to read it. It's where a letter from the NPA. Addressed to the industry coordinator, Association of Oil Marketing Companies, Accra, or say evacuation of LPG from the Quantum terminals at Atuabo. There has been an increase in the output of liquefied petroleum gas from the Ghana Gas Processing Plant at Atuabo. Production levels have been sustained above 400 MMT per day over a period. The increase has resulted in a buildup of stock of LPG at the gas processing plant that needs to be evacuated immediately. The buildup of stock, if allowed to continue, could lead to the shutdown of the gas processing plant with its consequent effect on electricity production in the country. The authority therefore directs that from the 7th to the 18th of March 2022, all LPG deliveries in the Greater Accra region should be loaded from the Quantum Terminal at Atuabo. LPG MCs and OMCs who load LPG outside the Atuabo terminal to the Greater Accra region within the above stated period shall have their freight claims in respect of such deliveries rejected by the UPPF Secretariat. We advise all stakeholders to take note of the above and act accordingly. Signed, Curtis Perry Kwablao Kujeto, Deputy Chief Executive for the Chief Executive NPA. Ain't Duncan, basically, just a product be brina aka quantum terminal ewa Atuabo.
Exactly.
Yen konkofa MI. But
exactly.
Do we know the reasons why? Is it because ebi was system ni that ama asunye nyina enti na ensign no mun konkofa ebi mine? What's happening?
Okay, Obi, LPG who are two sources currently. The free Atuabo and the imported gas. Greater Accra consume the most.
Yes.
And Atuabo sometimes other regions ekopeke. And then you have imported gas, Dodona come to Greater Accra. Now Ghana Gas is telling you that we're ramping up production for gas to about 400 million metrics. So there's enough. Into what the letter is communicating in simple terms, and they say, hey, look, Monko evacuate, and yes, a pose danger to the processor. Obi, it means that locally the resource exists, and ameboa.
Yes,
Russia, Ukraine, and Tokano. Must it affect
on gas?
LPG
on
price?
gas, do you know? On gas, do you know? No, absolutely not.
Yes. So then, this situation where world market cost raw na yen gas and so anke yebenya bi waha for yema minimum to cook with, for the hotels to work with, for hospitals to work with, na no so bo cost no. The jidisa oche minya gabikumia, they should be able to explain and tell us whether they should continue importing or they should all go now to Atuabo and see what they can get. Na se enso na kakra nebeka no they would import fine, but if Atuabo is giving you enough volumes, I do think that we should be able to work with it as a country.
But the other thing is, and there are two things. Is the imported one cheaper?
Obi.
Duncan.
Answer we from Gabi.
Question number 2. So they say, why nema license man for imported?
And also by MPA.
MPA.
Yes, Obi.
The same MPA now or Shenko for some unco free at Tuabo. On one from a license for imported. Okay.
Yes, okay.
And we would have to tackle the NPA on that level. Now, now Yemra fuel. What my when is here and it's all over. Obia and conform be send them a short of depending on baby our Tony fuel no or much Eddie send them price range between 9 and 10 999 maybe 987 maybe CC maybe 10 any other. And I'm getting the Deputy Energy Minister here and a ranking member on the Mines and Energy Committee, Andrew Mesa and a John Jenapo. Eba fuel in Komoyi Hua. Question Ben how the bebusa Honorable Mesa Duncan.
Obi. Ejapa yo bi abetade ne din komo. Menu John Jinapon so menu ne din komo. Enti emi se ene asempa beye de ewie yi. Mejidi say at the Ministry of Energy, almo level together with the NPA, almo aye all proposals that they could. What I even I'm told not long ago, and they say some of the taxes could be considered, particularly the special petroleum tax. Maybe we could see half of it or some amount of it going off. Dear. But question me person may be sir. Unya finance minister ne ba akobeka ho anka ye ni beji because the buck will stop with the finance guys. How much of your friend is a windfall money have we generated? How much have we generated from the stabilization and recovery levy na yetriano? What do they intend to do with those monies? I want to be kushin yen. And now say yen kosuntia 10 cities ya na obianka na nontum. Again, Obi, the other questions that I'm interested in. Petro Bono, two key things, your external factors and the internal factors. External, geopolitical. You can't do anything about whether say Russia attacking Ukraine or they will still fight. And Ghana cannot have a say. You don't decide for them. But the local internal factors, Obi, you are simply dealing with one, taxes are that product also. Two, we see the performance. Say Ekosiisen. Three, local strategies. The other kind they say safety nets. Obi, safety nets, you discuss, One of it, oil refinery. You see refinery, even before striking oil in commercial quantities. You see, say they be refine it, my US for, they refine it for Ghanaians. And it is a dumwa. Our consequence. Yes, it or no, na yendrele oil in commercial quantity. But ye sign ye petroleum agreements, we signed them without toll in focus. The oil refinery then ye petroleum agreement, Inti Obesha agreements I sign it gives the crude, to say the producing companies, so omonton, omuria. No more the share of the proceeds, abraying, no more to or corporate income tax, akaho, and no. Obi, in other jurisdictions, the Saudis have their predecessor service agreement. Obi to the petrol, Obi say the cost for producing 1 barrel, saying, also $15, $20, also okay, or finance cost, saying. Also another $5. In two back can be at $30. You are now providing a service to their wells. Or you now would to know the hour. So we 10 million barrels are calculated with $30 per barrel, what your company nika. Say obe store oil, Say obe pushi 1 million to the market. So obe pushi 10 million. It is a decision their governments will take through OPEC. But here, you production sharing. You two more left 3, near Yabe left 1, and I'm more left 4, and near left 1. And the oil, lifting the crew doesn't come to Ghana. Omo Ebeka Cotton, na Obetina, ya report say petroleum receipts, Jessica and Saka. Obi, so the refinery has never been part of the petroleum agreement. And also can at all beyond the investment was you put it in to bring the plant also to produce the kind of products Obi, second one and last thing. You see bulk oil storage and transportation. Your safety net. Second one, no. You didn't know. Bulk oil storage and transportation.
I don't know you're trying to your friend the boss.
Boston, no. You didn't view. Bulk oil storage and transportation. And ye set it up boss air build the tanks like a sphere with Gulf Wosikano. The thinking that went into it. And they said, Oko US, I have BB Oklahoma cushioning. A home of the store crude. If there are challenges across the world, into Omunya supplier, they will still have the crude, inland process to keep their economy running. And at that model, inform me boss. Say yes, you uncle CB. Yeah, the end your crude. Yeah, they store petrol ni diesel. And the tanks no require your petrol tank or your diesel there. AGO tanks or hobby. Boss had departed completely from that core object of holding the bulk oil in trust for Ghanaians. So who hold the bulk oil now? In 2019, COVID time, over kaya a strong class we were only a dinkomo. Now we were cautioning say price and not yet ton petrol on the international market, a drop here from $600 a metric ton to about $158 a metric ton. Inti yenfa boss tanks yento bi ne fancy so that ochna obe sorry na a reverse on the petrol volatile e kosro na esi form. Into sorry na e kosro bebre. It drew a point where a difficult. You only stop importing and let boss take care of the market. Until say another cycle, when prices come down, then boss can stock up. There be an 2 to 3 months strategic stock. A hochireba said the Ukraine Russia kokono. Inti obeka crude prices etimi go drew bear 130, 136. Now finished products nane bo and then 600, 700. It could do $1,200 a metric. Boss can easily step in and say, look, your product need be a ton of $500 a metric. Now what the local pump at the time, there 6 cities. And don't go and import at this time. You bet me to take care of the market, for 2 months. Hobby. That is the thinking that went into Boss. And then Adane a depot for BDCs to just bring their product, normal their kogo, na Boss Ajisika, na Boss on so akoje another product from another point. Now we're trading, so almost trading. So they've departed that core value of becoming a safety net for Menewo.
Yeah.
They should revisit them. Ejapaba Misreno, Minuaj Napoba Misreno, almost political parties in Tunching. So almost a sustainable solution to Ghanaians. A bit take here 2 years, a bit take here 3 years, a bit take here 5 years, short to medium term. They will be able to revamp those structures to ensure that Obi, the Arab countries, the Gulf Cooperation countries, their fuel price the whole year be jina opa monto mombo Ukraine, mombo Russia, opa Europe nyina it doesn't affect their fuel prices. Not one bit. Because they've planned their systems.
Yeah.
And beyond stabilize the city, beyond ABA finance ministry, contemplated to so better taxes. So you would need to fix the system. And TOR is key, BOS is key. Ensure that these institutions come to play the critical. And fortunately, Ghana gas, enough gas. And to build gas tanks and also to hold at least some of the gas. And
yeah.
Ochina over Sarena Ghana gas has to go for maintenance. You have enough without even importing. Obi, Omonjene beyond ABIA this year, this week, this month, last week, 2 weeks, and see how they can put the safety nets back. Na Ghana for home buying so.
Very well. Very well. Duncan, my nase, and I've noted questions, no, in Pennyphone bar, yedi baby sound, yedase papa. Why?
Obi, you go to you. Say
Yedase.
the die, no.
Yedase pa. Duncan Amoa, and your and can executive director Edema Kopek, Ekosiisen Suni, Higher Sempa, 94.7 FM. I'm wondering, sir, you're in gas master plan, if there is something in there, and I think the gas tanks, no, very, very, very critical. And they are gas, no, bibria, a good quantum foresight. NPA, shese, cast then conquer chimra, because a good horse na hard drink. Yeah, gas plant and ya storby. It won't be break kama. I want you ba na you release. Indeed, it's a really good point. And Duncan Amoa the Abano would get into that conversation some more. Say Honorable Andre Japamesa and John Janapo Ebekayensa Ewu studio ha. But one other story in so are trendy for the past few days. Bulgaria. And it's quite an interesting one. Embassy building Ewo in Kraiha. We are told, say, somewhere in 2017, and illegally, a man for because demolish won't die. Na and I'm so mad in Sembibri now by any yet said 2021 August more baby no. Go for the machines and they are there koi so so ejuma. But to cut a long story short, now I think it's only fair that we hear from the horse's own mouth. The Bulgarian ambassador to Ghana and Nigeria, His Excellency Yanko Yordanov. Abekayen Sawa Homansi Yenenu Eni Enkomo. Your Excellency, good afternoon and thanks for joining us.
Good afternoon. Just to add that I am also accredited to Ghana as Bulgarian ambassador.
Yeah, I said that. I said Ghana and Nigeria.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes. But I hope I got the name right. Yanko Yordanov.
It's exactly the same pronunciation.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, so you would want to take us through a bit of history behind this building, the Bulgarian embassy building, which is the subject for the current controversy. When was this building acquired? What happened? And what's happening now? Can you brief us a bit?
Just very shortly to say that Bulgaria and Ghana enjoyed over 60 years of diplomatic excellent cooperation. And throughout these years, Bulgaria and Ghana maintained embassies both in Accra and in Sofia. But unfortunately, after 90s, the intensity of cooperation has decreased slowly, step by step. For this reason, Ghana has closed down its embassy in Sofia, while we, in 2011, decided to close down temporarily our embassy in Accra. And this is exactly the moment when the claims against Bulgaria escalated by the former owners of the land. There was a judicial process including the Ghana Supreme Court, which ruled in favor of Bulgaria about the issue of ownership. But unfortunately, few individuals decided that they are above the law and above the international conventions, such as Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. And they've decided to demolish the building and to try to put Bulgaria to the corner, thinking that Bulgaria will just give up his ownership right. This is the story in short. And I want to clearly distinguish these few individuals who committed this violation of international law from the very friendly people of Ghana and from Ghana itself. because our cooperation has always been an example of friendship, effectiveness, and result-oriented approach. This is why we insist in the spirit of this cooperation and friendship on the Ghanaian authorities to once and for all do their part in settling this issue.
So, in the spirit of the Vienna Convention, as you are rightly alluded to, your host country, in this case Ghana, also has some responsibilities towards you. Since the demolition happened somewhere in 2017, what has the Ghanaian government done in resolving this particular issue?
Actually, we are in a very active cooperation with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to the rest of the Ghanaian government. Bulgaria has initiated a number of diplomatic steps and initiatives, and we are hopeful that finally these initiatives will be reciprocated efficiently in terms of solving the issue and sorting it out, so we will be able to proceed forward with a much more positive agenda. So basically, let me underline, the situation now is very unacceptable, but because we see a spirit of cooperation, we are hopeful that very soon the Ghanaian government will fulfill its obligation under Vienna Convention.
So what actually triggered the current conversation around this building? Is it that those who came to the premises to demolish the building in 2017 have come back recently, and that's how come we are having this conversation?
Look, let's concentrate on the situation as it was 2 days ago.
Okay.
There was an illegal construction activity over a land that has been recognized by the Supreme Court as the ownership of Bulgaria.
Okay.
Bulgaria couldn't investigate at all outside its own borders. So it's not all about us to determine the responsibility and who are accountable and who are not. What we are interested in is the respect to the Vienna Convention and its implementation. So we definitely insist on having our access to our own ownership and property, actually.
So those who began construction on the land 2 days ago, have they been stopped, or they are still there?
Actually, the construction activities hasn't begun few days ago.
Okay.
It was in August when all this issue started re-emerging again and again. The Bulgarian government has protested officially a number of times against, in particular, this illegal construction activity over a land that is ours. So I believe that finally, thanks to the activities that Bulgarian government and the Ghanaian institutions are willing to undertake, this issue is very close to be sorted out.
Okay.
So the first step is done. They are taken out of our property. Now, what is under the Vienna Convention, that the Bulgarian government must be granted the access to its own property.
So as we speak, what what was the nature of the building that was demolished in 2017? Was it your embassy building itself or some other building?
Bulgaria has actually two properties in Accra.
Okay.
One is our former embassy. The other one is the former consulate and ambassadorial residence. So both properties are enjoying diplomatic privileges,
Yes.
including inviolability. And unfortunately, the one of them has been demolished. And in August, our diplomatic archives were taken and brought to a place which is unknown for us. This is the situation as it is, and we consider this a violation of the Vienna Convention. But let me once again emphasize, Bulgaria insists on the implementation of the international law and Ghana's Supreme Court's decision, ruling. But at the same time, we are convinced that in the spirit of the long-standing friendship, there will be soon a situation when we will consider all this sorted out.
Since this whole brouhaha began, have you had the opportunity to speak directly with the president of Ghana?
Yes, I did. During the ceremony of presentation of my letter of credence to His Excellency, Mr. President, we've discussed the whole bilateral agenda, including this issue. And Mr. President was very kind in delivering his personal promise that the situation will soon be resolved favorably. And in February, I had also a conversation, very short, very brief one, but it was the same promise restated. So we are in a good dialogue with the Ghanaian institutions, but we firmly believe that it could be done more.
So the point is, after the many promises, the issue has not been resolved, at least from the Ghanaian side, right?
I would put it this way. Although there are some signs of progress, this progress is not sufficient for Bulgaria to consider that the issue is sorted out. So we see some deficiencies, and we very much hope that in a spirit of dialogue and cooperation, with the support of all Ghanaian institutions, the Vienna Convention will be once and for all implemented with regard to this particular issue.
Do we, as a country, Ghana, do we have an embassy in Bulgaria?
Unfortunately, at the moment, you don't have embassy. But let me once again emphasize that Ghana used to have one in Bulgaria, and the property was provided by the government of Bulgaria for free. So we've shown our hospitality, and we've always enjoyed hospitality of the Ghanaian side. It is unfortunate that for the last 5 years, this issue contaminates the bilateral agenda. In a way, we are too much focused on this instead of developing trade and economic partnerships, educational opportunities, cultural ties. So I think it's a high time to solve the issue So we will be moving on a much more positive path.
Do you still have confidence in the government of Ghana to be able to resolve this issue, seeing that it's been 5 years already?
Well, as a diplomat, especially as ambassador of Bulgaria to Ghana, I am supposed to have confidence in Ghana's institutions. So I'm sure that this issue will be sorted out and we will be able to continue working with Ghana very efficiently. Because at the center of Bulgaria's approach is to solve this issue not by closing down all the other opportunities, but on the contrary, to solve this issue, preserving each and every other avenue of cooperation and enhancing its impact in the future.
Which year exactly was the demolition done?
It's per my records, it's 2017.
2017.
Yeah.
Okay. And you mentioned you had two properties in Accra. One is the embassy building, the other one is the consulate and the residency, right?
Yes.
So which one specifically was demolished?
Well, the situation is that from different periods of times, the buildings were used either for a consulate or for an embassy. So when we decided to decrease our presence in Accra, we've changed what is the embassy and what is the consul.
Oh, okay. Okay, so after changing what is the embassy and what is the consulate, the demolition happened in 2017. And which of the two was demolished? I think that was my question actually. Was it so as we speak? Is it the embassy building that has been demolished or the consulate building? It is the embassy building.
Yes.
Okay. That has come as a big blow to your diplomatic activities in Ghana, I suppose.
Actually, I would say that was a blow to the trade relationship between Bulgaria and Ghana, actually. Because if you compare the trade volume in 2017 and in 2020, for example, you will see a tenfold decrease of the volumes of trade between our two countries. Well, in my view, there is a clear connection between the demolition and the trade relation and the way they develop. Because it's only logical for both business communities, which are very vibrant and very clever, to make this conclusion that there is something that is not okay. So definitely we hope that once resolved, we will proceed very smoothly towards on this trade and economic agenda that will bring us a much more positive path.
And I'm interested in the loss of trade volumes. If you are to put some numbers to the point you just made in terms of the reduction of trade volumes into Ghana, how much are we looking at? So what was the total trade, between Ghana and Bulgaria in 2017 and what it is now?
Per my notes that I have from the official statistics of Bulgaria, it was about $45 million in 2017, and in 2020 it was less than 5 million.
Less than 5 million.
Yes.
From 45 million to less than 5 million.
Yes, this is per the official records of the statistics.
Official records you have. Wow. So, can you name some of the major Bulgarian companies operating in Ghana? Which are some of them?
Actually, at the moment, as it stands with the issue of the embassy, there is no such a huge investor from Bulgaria putting money in Ghana's economy. Actually, there are a few companies who are present in Ghana, but I wouldn't say that they hold a major share in some business activity.
Oh, okay. But in 2017, we had some major Bulgarian companies in Ghana.
Sorry, can you repeat? I didn't hear you.
I was asking in 2017 when we had some huge trade volume. So you mentioned $45 million.
Mm-hmm.
Did we at the time have some major Bulgarian companies operating in Ghana?
Well, the structure of the whole volume at that time wasn't around one major or three major companies.
Okay.
It was mostly small and medium-sized enterprises exchanging goods between them.
Okay. I get you. I think all the questions I had have been answered. We'll come back to you when need be. Thank you so much for your time and the opportunity to speak to you.
Thank you very much. And just allow me to make this point once again, that this situation, in our understanding, is created by very few people, and we continue to believe in the friendship and cooperation that has always been there for Ghana and Bulgaria.
Very well. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great. So he is the ambassador to Ghana and Nigeria, the Bulgarian ambassador. They need a Yanko Yordanov. His Excellency Yanko Yordanov. And I'm saying no Edin Komo Efa. Nansay Bulgaria Embassy Building, a Honsen Sama Aba Ewo in Kraiha. We'll get you reactions from the Foreign Ministry, and then we go to Parliament, the committee that has oversight over in foreign relations as a country, the Foreign Affairs Committee in Ghana's Parliament. We'll go there and have a conversation as well. And then we bring you reactions from the Foreign Affairs Ministry. And Raubekaya, Foreign Affairs Ministry, a press conference on this particular issue. After this interview, and Sana Yuria, Yane John Jenapo, and Andrew Ejapame Sanswat Nasi Eddie Fuel.